Hello, welcome back to the Warhammer Book Club with me, Aurelian.
And me, Mira Manga.
Look at that, we just launched straight into that. We didn't even do any preamble. We sat down, hit record and did it.
We're so professional.
We're so professional. It's because we recorded 3 videos like a week ago and we're doing another 3 now.
We need to keep the volume up.
I know, right? It's because, right, we didn't get to record much at the start of autumn, I guess, because I was away a lot, but it doesn't mean I read a load of books. So we're really far advanced. So yeah, you can, we're like already at January in the release schedule. This is great.
We are. We were just having a chat and we were saying we need to record this chat.
Yeah, we should have recorded that chat. It was about what we reckon TV shows should be. Anyway, hi everyone. You've heard this before, but we do a Warhammer book club. We talk about Warhammer books, what we read. In theory, the setup is that I know everything and Mira knows nothing, though as these things go forward, the amount we know is getting closer and closer.
I'm learning.
Yeah. And also, if you want to catch us elsewhere, I have a whole channel where I talk about the lore, and Mira has a whole channel where she interviews the authors of these books. Yeah. Apart from this author, can't interview this author.
No, this is a very special author, so you will find a solo ramble from me about this book on my channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It will not be as good as this, but the effort was made.
The effort was made. So, we're going to do Aurelian, which is a weird one. Now, we've done these before. I don't actually know if we're going to do this as a members video or a general video.
Oh, but it's so important.
Because it's really important, but it is technically a short story. It's like
I think it's really important. You're not that sure.
I'm not that sure. So what it is it was released as a little novella in hardback format, which you've got. You've got the fancy hardback here.
2011.
2011. You can show your fancy hardback format because it's very rare.
Historitus Gemaldus has loaned us this. I have to post it back to him. Right. And this tear was on there already, Jim.
Okay, it's not your fault.
No.
Okay, fine. So that is the fancy version. But it then was released, it's been released in a short story anthology towards the very end of the Heresy series. So like the Kabam Project, it's important to read it now, because we've read First Heretic, but you haven't read Betrayer yet.
This should have come out straight after First Heretic, I think.
It doesn't it?
Well, yeah. Well, then I think I'm glad we slipped this into the reading order. Although I do feel the whole way through this, I've been like, is the Emperor a god or is it not? Are the demons this or are they not? And then the book is like, yeah, this is a thing.
Okay, fine.
So good. I'm feeling like, oh, okay.
All right, okay. That's interesting because rereading it, I was like, well, I already know all that. And I think I've lost track of when you're reading it for the first time, when you find things out.
But you know stuff from 40k that I don't.
But then you're like, well, hold on, is that a revelation or is that not a revelation at the point when this book came out? I don't know anymore. Because we've read 10 books further down the line. Anyway,
confusing. You'll let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
So we try and take questions on the books from our Patreon and our YouTube members and all of that. So look into all of that shenanigan. And then you can join us on our book journey. Generally, I would do an action movie plot summary of the book.
But I have to do that now.
You have to do that today.
And it's not really an action movie. I think like the few fights in this are sort of crowbarred in, so there's some fighting.
Well, they're quite
which is actually interesting given another book we're going to get to today. But yes, so in a world where Lorgar has only ever been presented as a whiny or naive child, we're not sure which, that's basically the plot of the First Heretic, he's grown up. This is 5 days after the First Heretic. He's turned into an angry teenager.
He's seeking the answers.
He's in his angry teenage phase, seeking the answers for himself. He doesn't believe dad and mum. No, he's going to go his own way and he's going to leave home and go and find his own truth.
He just got his planet disintegrated
with the help of a friendly, totally trustworthy demon. That's right. Lorgar's run away from home, and this is the story.
Yeah, let's go. This is true.
It's true. That's what the plot is.
We're coming off the back of the indignity of Big Brother.
Yes.
Not Dawn. What's his name?
It's Gilliman, but this book has 3 settings, right? So it's like, we'll get to it as we go through the book, but it's set just after Istvan.
Yeah.
But it's also set when Magnus is asking him what happened after last time they spoke, which was in the First Heretic, and he relays what happened after the First Heretic when he went and looked in the warp.
He's telling the story to Magnus, and there's a teeny bit at the beginning where you see Lorgar before he even has met the Emperor.
Yeah, you see Lorgar being sort of like gaslit by his dad.
Oh, Corvaran.
Yeah,
is so problematic.
Such a problem, right? But
such a bastard.
So we start off with a quote, which is
epic quote.
It's an epic quote
from Lorgar himself.
It's exactly the same, right? It's exactly the thing Lorgar would say.
Shall I read it out?
Yeah, all right, good.
Exactly the kind of thing Lorgar would say.
It's exactly the kind of thing Lorgar. Oh, we should also say that we are drinking because we like Aaron Dembski-Bowden basically, and we like these books. We're drinking tea we like as well.
We love this tea.
Yeah, this is Prince Vladimir from Kusmi tea. It's like a Russian caravan tea. It's very smoky. It's like a smokier Earl Grey.
Yeah. I feel like it's Ian and my joint. Well, it's one of the teas Ian introduced me. My favourite. I love it.
It's really nice.
Gorgeous.
Maybe I'll get you some for Christmas.
Oh gosh.
So that you can never run out of tea ever again.
Our tea cupboards are always full.
All right, go for it. Lorgar's quote.
All I ever wanted was the truth. Remember these words as you read the ones that follow. I never set out to topple my father's kingdom of lies from a sense of misplaced pride. I never wanted to bleed the species to its marrow, reaving half the galaxy clean of human life in this bitter crusade. I never desired any of this, though I know the reasons for which it must be done. But all I ever wanted was the truth. Yeah, it's not his fault.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like Lorgar, doesn't it?
It sounds so Lorgar. You know what you're in for. But I did have a question. This book is called Aurelian.
Yep.
So Lorgar's got a few different names.
Yeah, he has.
Do we know why Aurelian is relevant?
Aurelian means golden one.
Ah.
Yep. So there's that. He's got like he's got it covered in gold. He's like golden looking. He's shiny. He's the golden child.
Yeah.
Also, I can't remember the exact details of this. Someone in the comments will say it because they've said it before in other videos. Aurelian was the emperor that I think was the emperor who introduced Christianity or ratified Christian. Like Rome became Christian under Aurelian or something like that. I can't remember the exact details. Yeah.
Some zealot.
So there's that.
Zealot.
He's also called the Urizen, which is a William Blake thing about like gods and the myth of like rational god. Yeah. It's a William Blake thing. So yeah, he's got a load of names, but he's Aurelian because he's golden and also Roman emperor.
Thank you. I love having an Ian on tap. So we get, that I love origin stories.
Hold on, I should do more promotion. And if you want to know more about that sort of thing, I have a video and Easter eggs on how all the Primarchs got their names. Ooh. I'll definitely remember to link it in here. Yeah,
I haven't watched that yet. I'm going to watch that one after we've properly met all the Primarchs through the Heresy.
The best thing is that if you watch that video, you can then scroll down the comments where all the people tell me when I'm wrong.
Oh,
so that's quite good. Yeah, I mean that happens usually, but this time they're right and I'm actually wrong.
When people do that on our book club, I do a little thumbs down.
Oh, really?
If they say nasty things about you or me, I go, don't like this comment.
Oh dear. Right, okay, so we start this book.
This is good because I love origins, like the Primarch babies.
Yeah. But is this I suppose it's an origin story of why he became more of a dick?
Yeah. Why he went to the dark side.
So this is, okay, all right.
And so it starts before even baby Lorgar.
So it's one of the earliest starts we have because it's baby Lorgar. So prior to this, I think one of the earliest starts we had was the First Heretic, which starts 50 years when he's
got the planet going and everything. He's met his dad.
He's already Primarch dad.
Yeah.
But this starts. So we start with a planet called Colchis, long ago.
Yeah.
Colchis, real place where the Golden Fleece was.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So that's the Golden Fleece was. It was on the other side of the Black Sea, and not there anymore. Different city now. Anyway, right. Young Lorgar. He's lamenting, he's just won the victory over Colchis for his belief of the one true God.
Yeah.
He's the archpriest.
He had to beat up the existing religion to be like, you've got to believe in my dad.
And if you remember, the existing religion, which is the one his dad still sort of believes, is that there are 4 gods and they're chaotic or something, and they're called Cairn and Slanat and Norgal or something like that.
Uh-oh.
And so that happened. Anyway, he's won with his army of monotheistic crusaders.
Yeah.
And now they're burning and looting everything. He's like, I'm sad.
Yeah.
Why does everyone have to be so mean? I didn't want this. I just want the truth.
He said, what can we do about the fires, Corvaran?
And Corvaran's like, shut up.
It's like, fine, don't worry about everything burning. So it's a very sad Lorgar looking out the window.
I don't believe him. Anyway, right. Well, we said this in First Heretic. There's bits where he's like, I'm so sad. Everyone's dying and this isn't my fault. I didn't do anything. It was all everybody else's fault. And you're like, Lorgar, shut up. Right, so then we jump forward. We were just after Isfan 5 days after Isfan 5. Horus has summoned all the bad guys
the bad
to a
brothers.
bad guy meeting.
Yeah.
Right, and they're on the spaceship. 4 of them are beaming in.
I think it's Horus's spaceship, isn't it?
It's Horus's spaceship, and they're all beaming in. So Kurz, Mortarion, and Alfarius is beaming in by holograms, but Alfarius is the only stable one because of spookiness. And then Magnus is a psychic projection.
Yeah.
Magnus by this point has been Liman Rust, smashed up into bits, and he ended up on this new planet in the warp somewhere.
Yeah. Poor Magnus.
So
Magnus did nothing wrong.
Where would they be? Mortarion has gone. Mortarion, I'm not sure, because actually in the more like wider plot, Mortarion stays with Horus for the next bit. Anyway, Kurz is probably off to Thramas to fight the Dark Angels and lead them astray on the other side of the galaxy.
Alfarius, no one knows.
Alfarius could be everywhere.
He's messing around with the Cabal, isn't he?
About,
leaving a little globe in space.
He's going to kill his own people from not letting the White Scars know things. Anyway, right, so there's 9 guys.
Yes, also present in real life: Angron, Lorgar, Perturubo, and Fulgrim.
Yes,
and I was thinking,
you're just getting to Perturubo, aren't you?
Perturabo. How do we say it?
Perturabo.
And it's 9 evil ones, 9 for the mortal men doomed to die.
Yes, exactly.
Lord of the Rings.
So Lorgar's looking around them all, and he keeps looking at Fulgrim like, "You're weird," and then starts beating Fulgrim up. Yeah. So he's gone from in 5 days. He's gone from being crap at fighting Korax because he got saved by Kurz.
Yes.
To beating the crap out of Fulgrim because, as we remember, this is the era when Fulgrim has a demon up him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Lorgar's very psychically trained, so he sees the demon, and he's like, "That's not my brother."
Yeah,
and they start, as in any kind of sibling gathering, someone has a fight. Someone's always fighting. He's always the youngest one.
Yeah.
So.
And Lorgar, whether he is or not the youngest one, he certainly acts like it.
Yeah. And then this made me laugh. Horus goes to Magnus. "Can you sort this out?" And Magnus is like, "F off, mate. I'm in my spaceship.
I'm a million miles away." So anyway. Horus is like, "Right, everyone fuck off and we're going to have a chat." He saves Fulgrim from being psyched to death. He's like, "Yeah, I know it's a demon inside Fulgrim."
Horus is like, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah. And then, but don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. It's fine. And then Lorgar's like, "Well, fuck this then." And he goes off to have a sulk.
But this really confused me, Ian, because he's angry because Fulgrim's got a demon up him.
Yeah.
But he's got Argul Tal.
Yeah, but they're just the Astartes. And that's, I think, that reinforces the whole thing about Lorgar pretending he cares, but not really. He really cares when it's Fulgrim, but he really doesn't give a shit about all these people apparently he serve him.
Well, he says he thinks the difference is we've got a perfect balance. This is just a demon going up one of us.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make that gesture.
Hey.
Let's go on.
Right, okay, so he goes for a sulk and Magnus appears to him again. And it's a bit like a flashback to that scene in First Heretic where he's back on Cultius and blows open the windows because Magnus is like, "Don't you go looking in the warp." So this time it's Magnus is now smushed and Magnus is like, "So, what did you find when you looked in the warp?" And we start the actual story.
Yeah. I was absolutely horrified. So in the First Heretic, there was this naked dancing lady.
Oh, yeah.
Called Ingathel. She was like, "Come with me, Lorgar.
Hey, I'm a sexy tribe person.
Let's go and do some
naked dancing.
Beach party. We're just all innocent. We'll do some mores." Hang on a minute. That's not a marshmallow. That's a custodian. Well, they basically said, "I'll show you the truth. Look, we've put loads of spikes up people's bums. You need to donate someone. We can spike up the bum."
The truth is, spikes up the bum.
Yeah.
That's what the truth that Lorgar found is. Yeah. And then she turns into a giant, horrible monster and Argul Tal's up Argul Tal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they all get demoned.
So I was excited to see the carryover of the demon into this book.
Yeah, so she's now a character, not for long. So he's in the Eye of Terror. He's gone on what they call the pilgrimage, which, if you remember First Heretic, is this like ancient myth from Cultius where you should go and find the gods.
Yeah.
And he's going to go and find it for true. So he goes to the Eye of Terror. Remember, he met Ingathel on Cadia. There were early Cadians. So they end up on a former Eldar planet, which a lot of planets are in the Eye of Terror.
Mr. Ian.
Elves, Mr. Ian.
Sorry, I'm excited.
It's called Shanriatha.
Yeah.
And there was a battle there. Everyone's dead. Loads of dead elves.
Yeah.
And it's very thin. The temperature's too cold. He's like, how he's got his helmet on, and the demon's like, why did you want to come here?
Yeah. Even for a Primarch, it's like not good.
Why is this point? And anyway, so Ingethel's like, she's like, well, look, there was all these people called the Eldar, and they fell because they made Slanesh, which ate them, and all their souls go to Slanesh in the war.
Yes, they call her something different.
Slaneth.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it, how the names...
Yeah, and there's like it's this whole thing about how because worshipping the four chaos gods is the only works, most pantheistic societies, or most religious societies in the 40k world will inevitably end up worshipping the chaos gods because that's the thing that works. So that's why the emperor is like, you just can't do religion, because if you do religion without something else to anchor it, you'll end up believing in Khorne. Anyone who ever has any belief about a sort of martial god is going to end up feeding Khorne, for example.
Let's stick to science.
Anyway, that's why he allows the Mechanicum a bit, because the Mechanicum, like, they just worship this like machine on Mars.
Yeah,
that's pretty safe.
It is, and they think that he's the Omnissiah anyway.
Exactly, and they think he's the Omnissiah, which isn't. He's just a very naughty boy. Anyway, good. She tells him about the whole Eldar thing.
Yeah.
And then for a bit of action, because we're getting bored at this point, he finds a half-dead avatar of Cain.
Yes. What is this? This is basically like a bodyguard or defender of the...
Sort of. This is when I always think the Eldar timeline gets a bit confusing in the Horus Heresy, because if we remember, the Eldar used to be a very advanced civilization in the Eye of Terror. And then, when they birth Slanesh, that's when the warp storms clear, which lets the Emperor go on his Great Crusade.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Now, then in 40k, we meet this Eldar who live on craft worlds and have this path and aspect that they follow, and all these different ways in which the Eldar exist, and that they've come to after 10,000 years. The problem is, every time in the Heresy we see the Eldar, they're already like that. They're already exactly the same as they are in 40k. And it's barely been 100 years since the fall.
Oh, interesting.
So it's really weird that I always find it really weird that whenever we meet the Eldar, they're basically identical to 40k. Their entire society has adjusted, figured itself out, and completely been set in stone, like 1 century after the fall.
They're just a superior posh race.
They're just much quicker at this. Anyway,
posh people are better.
The legend goes in Eldar legends that Slanesh killed all their gods.
Yeah.
No one knows what the Eldar gods are. They might well be some sort of psychic weapon invented
by
the old
ones.
They might be the old ones, but it's more likely that when the old ones made the Eldar to fight the war in heaven, they made them able to combine their psychic might and build these like constructions in the warp, which were like weapons to fight in the war, which then became their gods.
Got it.
Anyway, there's this one called Cain, which is the god of death.
Yeah.
And Cain gets killed by Slanesh in their legends when the fall happens, and he's shattered, and a bit of Cain ends up landing in all the craft worlds. And when they want to go to war, they sacrifice a warrior to Cain, and he's called the Young King, and he becomes the spirit of Cain for the duration of that campaign.
Wow.
And it's like this giant, it's basically a demon, an Eldar demon.
Amazing.
A giant walking metal, molten, angry
Is
thing.
this my first Eldar demon that I've met then?
Yeah, probably. Possibly. I can't remember. I think every time I've met Eldar before and Primarchs have fought against them, it's not been an avatar, it's been like a Titan or something.
Because Fulgrim fought some elven construct on a planet.
And Magnus had some some Eldar Titans outside the big hole in the mountain he was in,
But the Titans, they're not demons.
No, the Titans are just Titans. But the avatar is basically a demon. Anyway, it's half buried, and Lorgar kills it to show that he's cool now.
Yeah.
That's it. And they're like, okay, great. So we've told everyone what happened with the Eldar. Okay, good.
Don't you think that's so important that it's been addressed?
It's been addressed. We sort of knew that bit though. That was well known. Yeah, but now Lorgar knows it.
Yeah. Thanks.
Right? And the Eldar, Dad knew it, like the Emperor knew it.
Yeah.
But now Lorgar knows it. So then they go forward in time,
which I love,
to the Eternity Gate. And he's like, oh, look, there's these demonic word bearers with demons up them.
It's the first. It's the first time Lorgar's seen his own legion with demons put up them.
Yeah. He's like, we can do that.
And he's seen not only that, but these demons wearing his armour fighting iron fists.
It's Imperial fists.
Imperial fists.
Yeah.
God bless, yes.
That happens, right? Now, we should always be careful here. He's a bit suspicious because we've seen Horus be shown the future by a demon in right at the very start. And the demon was showing Horus the future that does actually happen.
Yes.
So, always very suspicious. But
never
first, he's like, whoa, my legion are going to get demoned.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, fine.
Yeah.
He sees Argyll Tal being all demony.
This is awful. This is a huge spoiler.
He sees Argyll Tal, who, if you remember, has had this prediction that he's going to die in the shadow of great wings, get killed by Sanguinius.
This is awful. I'm just going to stand up. This is so bad. Because you remember at the beginning of that book, they pick the child. Erebus picks the child.
Yeah, he's like, that one.
That one. So poor little Argyll Tal.
That story definitely gets better. Good. They then go to a volcano planet. The demons like, right, well, the thing about it is there's demons.
Yeah.
There's demons, right? First. And the entire point is that we should all live together in permanent harmony. Because, the people in the real world, they get souls, but the demons don't get souls because they are souls.
Yeah.
So the whole point, right? The whole order of nature is we should all live together. And Lorgar's like, really? Is that true?
This kind of, I thought this was kind of a really good, like, snake oil pitch. It's like, hey, they call themselves Neverborn.
Yeah.
We're never born. You're ensouled.
You're born.
Born. Clearly, the two of us should work well together. We can both ride the same body.
Look how great Argyll Tal looks.
There you go.
Yeah. So anyway, then he's like, oh, hold on a minute. I know where this place is. It's Tizca.
Yeah.
Magnus's home, all smashed up just after Prospero, which is about happening. It's about now, right?
Yeah. It's like a tour of all the sad stuff.
Well, no, hold on. It would be 50 years in the future.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's learning that Magnus is going to get trashed by Liman Rust 50 years ago.
Yeah. It's all revealed, and he wants to go and talk to Magnus, and the demon goes, no, we're on an alternate plane. You can't interfere.
Yeah.
You can't talk to him.
Magnus is like, no, you can't talk to him. And then he uses his psychic powers, and he comes across some distorted Chaos Thousand Sons.
Yeah. Hasjin, I think his name is.
Hasjin, yeah. And they take him to Magnus, and Magnus is like, no, you're a weirdo. You're not my brother. What the hell's going on? This is Lorgar from 50 years ago and a demon.
It's a bit like EastEnders. He goes, you're not my brother.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's exactly what it is. And then Magnus like banishes him.
Yeah.
And he ends up back in the Eldar planet, and Ingethel's like, sorry, that was the last of my demon juice, and dies.
Yeah. Well, she gets very, very weak. She's going into a wormy husk, isn't she?
Yeah, becoming a little blob, a little demon blob.
Demon blobulate. But then I was really... Yeah, so the part 4 of this book is called Chosen of the Pantheon.
Yeah.
Which is clever because it means Lorgar could be chosen, but also it means the demon pantheon are coming about.
So the Ingethel's like, you're the chosen person. You're all 4 gods like you. You can't convince Magnus. Magnus has accidentally sold his soul to one of the gods, Tzeentch. But you, mate, all the gods like
Special.
you. At which point, a bloodthirster turns up because it turns out Khorne doesn't like him that much. So then he has to fight a bloodthirster.
So let's talk about a bloodthirster. So
Right.
Jim's told me they're a greater demon of Khorne.
They are the greater demon of Khorne.
Is that like a dreadnought equivalent? Or
That's much bigger than that.
Titan?
Yeah, no, not Titan, but like somewhere in between the two. We met one angry sister of battle for a bloodthirster at the end of the Angry Sister of Battle book. Yeah, bloodthirsters have been around for ages. They're like the classic big scary animal-faced demon with big horns and a whip and an axe.
And you can play them on the table, can't you?
You can play them on the table since the very earliest of days. Yeah. And then he wins. He wins against the bloodthirster.
He gets severely knocked around. I really liked that.
Getting knocked around. I really liked him getting beaten up too.
Yeah, because it felt like sometimes you think the Primarchs are so, they're immortal, invulnerable, and he was like really scared. He was like, oh my gosh, he loses the use of his arm and his armor's all smashed up. It's very Balrogian.
A bloodthirster is very much a Balrog.
Okay.
Yeah, it really is.
See, bringing more Tolkien into this.
Yeah.
But he does beat him.
Yeah. And then a different greater demon turns up, Kairos Fateweaver.
With bird with two heads.
Bird with two heads.
Apparently important.
He was thrown in a well to find out the future, and he came out being mad.
Okay.
But he speaks to Kairos Fate Weaver. Fate Weaver's weird.
He exists in the Warhammer universe.
Yeah, he's in both Warhammer universes. Yeah, as a Bloodthirsters are.
Yeah.
So anyway, he has to chat to them. Then we cut back to the present.
Yeah.
Back to where we were a few days after the drop site massacre. So Magnus is like in his tower. We don't know what Magnus is at this point because it's not clear, because Magnus has been killed by Russ, but actually he's been broken into shards, which we'll find out more about later. But so Magnus, one of the bits of Magnus who's on Prospero, thinks over the bit of Magnus that is on his new planet.
Yeah.
Which will be the planet of the sorcerers.
Oh, yay. I'm into that.
He's like, oh, God, I remember that. I remember banishing Magnus from my tower. And all that Lorgar said is definitely true. But, there was this whole thing about how he needs to be strong enough to face Guilliman.
Yeah.
And there was this whole bit where he has to make this choice. If he goes to Calth and does Calth properly, he'll have to choose if he's going to try and kill Guilliman or not. Yeah. And if he kills Guilliman, it might not actually work out that well for him.
Yeah.
And then Magnus is like, I wonder what he'll do.
Yeah. That bird with two heads was like, this is the only time I'm telling the truth. We're both saying the same thing. And then completely confused me. And
then sort of end. We're back with Horus, and Lorgar's like, right then, I'm going to go. I'm not going to do what you want. I'm going to go and enact the original plan. I'm going to Calth.
Yeah.
And then, sorry,
Sorry, we're going to talk about the Fulgrim bit.
Yeah, there's the Fulgrim. So it's like Fulgrim to Demon, whatever. I don't like it, so I'm going to go to Calth with my Legion, but maybe I'm going to split them and do two different things. And then Horus is like, well, if you split them, maybe you won't be strong enough to kill the Ultramarines at Calth. Yeah. And so he's like, well, maybe I need some fucking help then. And Horus is like, why don't you take your mad brother Angron with you?
That would be lovely.
Yeah, so now that sets up Betrayer, which is the next book for these guys, where the word bearers and world eaters are rampaging around Ultramar.
Crikey.
Yeah.
But there is a really lovely little end bit where Fulgrim takes him back to his ship.
Oh, yeah.
Which I loved, because I love a bit of Fulgrim content.
Yeah. Well, it's not Fulgrim, it's Demon Fulgrim.
Yeah. So Fulgrim Demon goes, come with me, I'll show you, and takes him back into that hole. What was the room called?
The La Fenice.
La Fenice.
Yeah.
Shows him the barrel, not really, but basically says, Lorgar's going, where's my brother? And he shows him this painting. And he goes, I don't want to see a painting, I want to see my brother. And then Lorgar realises. Yeah. So this is now canon.
Yeah, so Fulgrim is in the painting and Demon's up Fulgrim. Yeah. But this is set before the short story we've already read, where Lucius realises this, tries to capture the demon, and Fulgrim's like, actually, I love this torture. It's me, Fulgrim. I put the demon back in the painting.
It was Fulgrim all along.
At some point, Fulgrim gets the demon back in the painting after this, but before that short story.
It's like Sweet Valley High when the twins were like, let's swap identities. Yeah. You can go and take my exam.
That's it. They're basically parent trapping the Horus Heresy.
They are. Yeah. So I was really excited. I think we get so many truths in this book. Like the demons are like, hey, we exist. You're coming into a compact with us. We persuaded you. And then we know that Fulgrim is... Well, we hear that Fulgrim was taken and put in the painting. We get Magnus's perspective. I just felt like this really dealt in lots of absolutes.
Well, Ian. Well, does it though? Because it doesn't. It doesn't. It still preserves the essential difference of opinion between Lorgar and the Emperor, right? Which Lorgar phrases as being about truth.
Yeah,
but isn't about truth.
What is it about?
So Lorgar's thing is like, look. We worship gods and demons in this other world. And look, I've gone into the warp and I've been shown it, and it's real and true.
Yeah.
There are gods. There are these powerful entities. You can't always trust them. They're just like anyone, they'll try and trick you sometimes. Yeah. And also there is life in the warp, and there are demons in it, and those are intelligences, and it's to do with our soul. And I've got now the answer to the afterlife. Yeah. And what happens after we die. I've found out the truth. But the Emperor's point was, the Emperor does hide that from people because he's worried what they're going to do if they know it.
Yeah.
But the Emperor's point is not that stuff, the Emperor's belief, the one that he doesn't share widely, is not that stuff doesn't exist. His belief is, yes, there are things in the warp. they're horrific
Yeah.
and they'll hurt you. That's why I don't tell anyone about them.
Yeah.
Because if you go and look for them, they're going to hurt you even more.
Yeah.
So the Emperor's point is not that there's no chaos powers or there's no demons. The Emperor's point is they all exist. They're all bad.
Just stay away.
Stop worshipping them.
Stop talking to them.
Yeah. So the point isn't, do demons exist? The Lorgar is finding this out because the Emperor's plan is like, you can't tell everyone this because they'll all go and try and worship them. Therefore, we have to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
So in one sense, Lorgar's like finding out the truth.
Yeah.
But also, he still hasn't realized the truth as far as the Emperor's concerned, which is, just take one more step. They're very, very, very bad for you. Don't worship them.
Yeah.
And
facts.
That's what Lorgar is not doing.
It's so frustrating. Oh, that poor Emperor.
It's a good play on words. Who's found the truth? And it's the big thing with the word bearers all the way through. The word bearers like, we know the truth.
Well,
and everyone's like, no. The truth isn't that demons exist. The truth is you shouldn't have any dealings with them.
Don't hang out with them.
Don't hang out with them.
There's a good word play on the book. The subtitle to Aurelian is "The Eye Stares Back" because he's looking into the eye. Crikey.
Oh, also a lot of Eldar in this. The cover is him bonking with his big stick. This angry, he's bonking this angry avatar on the cover. It's very Slaanesh.
Yeah. I just thought it was very nourishing. It was a very short book, but I had to keep going back and rereading bits and yeah.
It also sets up the next few things. So we've already read No Fear.
Yeah.
Which is Calth, where Lorgar isn't very involved. Like there's a meeting with him at the start and then he's not there.
Yeah.
Lorgar, because Gilliman wants to try and kill him and ends up almost killing Corferon.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what happens in No Fear. We haven't yet got to the other half of that story.
Yeah. Which
is where Lorgar actually is and what he's actually doing.
Oh,
which is Betrayer, which we haven't got to yet.
I don't really want to go to Betrayer.
I think Betrayers are really good. It's like the end of this arc to a degree. Aaron's 3 books there, and I think it's a really good one. It does that great job that so many of the really good novels do, which is humanizing a legion we haven't really humanized much before.
Yeah. And we got loads of Primarchs together in this book. Yeah,
you get all 9 of them together, sort of snickering at each other.
But I was so cross because they all get in the room and you're like, oh my God, we're going to have loads of interactions.
And they don't.
What happens? Lorgar, the youngest, the child, the baby of the group, starts beating up another brother, ruins it for the whole family. Again, how many times you get taken out to an Applebee's or a McDonald's and then, right, you two are fighting, we're leaving. It's just... We could have had a much longer meeting, I think. Also,
I always like this because he's not any younger than anyone else. He just acts it.
Wait, but he was the 17th to be found, right?
I don't think he's the 17th to be. He's the 17th. His legion are the 17th in number.
Oh, because that fooled me. Because look, it says part 1.
Yeah, he is the 17th son, but there's 20 of them, and he isn't necessarily 17th found.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, there you go. Throw that theory out.
I think that's true. I don't think he's 17th and also 17th found. Maybe
who's the babyest?
But also like when Corax is found very, very late, and he's only been on his rock for 9 years when the Emperor finds him. So he's only 9 years old. Whereas this guy is at least 50.
Okay.
Right?
He should know better.
Because he's like, well, when he's found, but by the time Corax is found, like Lorgar's like got to be 50 years old.
Oh, well, Corax is one of my faves.
We have questions about this, so let's answer them. Snoop Hogg says, in Aurelian, we see Lorgar shown possible futures, like Horus was previously, and told prophecies. How does this colour your view of Lorgar when you look back through this lens on his action in previous books? He does things he's warned he might die doing, fights Corax of Isfahan, intervenes between Russ and Magnus on strike. I think it gives him more agency. Yeah, it's an ongoing theme of defying prophecy to further his own goals, rather than just being a blind tool of prophecy like Erebus, and Erebus is an absolute tool. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing with Lorgar that you always take from it, I think, which is that he does this whole spiel about how he didn't do it, he didn't make a choice, he didn't mean for this to happen, it wasn't his fault, he didn't do anything, when actually he's making choices all the way through to be a dick.
I mean, the problem I'd say with Lorgar is he's so easily led. Corferon led him, then Ingathel led him. You know, he's just a very weak-willed.
I don't think that's true. I think actually the thing about Lorgar is that because he defies Corferon a lot, and he defies Ingathel. He's like, fuck off, Ingathel, I'm doing what I want. I think what he does is lets people do that, so he isn't to blame.
Well, yeah, could be. I mean, I definitely see that.
I think that's the big thing with him, and I think that's
I like that he knew. I like that he got an overview of what was going on and decided what he wanted to do. That is his agency, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
It gives him some choice, but it does confirm that the choices he's making, he is making them.
Yeah.
Even though the way he portrays it constantly is, I had no choice.
Yeah.
There was nothing I could have done.
Lorgar. So I have a question on this. So in this, we know that all the brothers have been plotting to do Istvan 5.
Yes, they've done Istvan 5 at this point.
And then they're all in the spaceship together having this council of war.
Yeah.
Is that like a regular thing or what we're expected? I thought in a way it was just Horus telling the brothers, like he was the new emperor, effectively.
Basically, yeah.
So
it's not regular. I think that's the only time we see that many of them there at once. Even before the Siege of Terror, that many of them are not there. They've all gone mad by that point. There's a really interesting bit in the most recent book, Dropsite Massacre, which is obviously set just before this.
Which we're going to do on our channel, and we're doing a giveaway of Dropsite Massacre.
Well, yeah, we are. We're going to do that in a couple of weeks' time. But there's a really interesting bit about, and I won't particularly do any spoilers, but it's about how the traitors, particularly the Sons of Horus, are very aware that all these brothers are not used to working together. And you've kind of got to strike hard and strike fast because it's inevitably going to collapse at some point. They're all going to have rivalries and they're all going to be champing at the bit and they're all going to work badly together.
You've all got to try and work with Angron.
Yeah, you've all got to try and work with Angron. You've got Lorgar punching Fulgrim. You've got Fulgrim doing weird things to his warriors. You've got all this stuff's happening. And they're aware that part of the reason for some of the choices they make is because they're aware they need to go really hard, really fast to try and, because if they sit still, all the traitor legions will fall apart.
Look at that.
So yeah, there's that whole thing all the way through it. And you can see it with this. Yeah. Like Aurelian, who's meant to be the big one unifying everyone and bringing them together, is already like,
oh, it wasn't my fault. Aren't they?
It wasn't my fault.
I mean, I am sad. I feel this. We're now going with the heresy. There's not going to be many brothers hanging out chatting. It's just all going to be bashing each other and space fights and things.
When we get to the very end, there are 3 of them that hang out quite a lot, so that's quite nice.
That'll be lovely.
Yeah.
Can I ask a spoiler question?
Yes.
When we get towards Siege of Terror,
we
basically from now on, and I just need to steel myself, we don't have any more normal. Fulgrim's gone, basically.
Fulgrim's gone.
Like he will never ever be. He's now complete. Because I've seen the snake demon.
Oh yeah, well, you're reading Angel Exterminatus now?
Yeah.
Well, he's in that, right? And that's set after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's become at the start of Angel Exterminatus is set after that short story, The Reflection Cracked. Okay. So he's definitely Fulgrim at the start of it.
Okay.
I'll let you get to the end of that book to find out what happens.
It's such a heartbreaking journey. I don't know how anyone can be Emperor's children.
But I will say that when this would have all happened in the 90s, the Epic game, which was the only time any of the Chaos Primarchs had been made in model form in the 90s, the Epic game, there is a Fulgrim model set in 40k, and that Fulgrim model is a guy with too many arms and a snake tail.
It's not him with fancy dress you sometimes do your head poking out of a painting.
It's a bit like that. No, it's a snake guy. He's a snake guy.
Did you ever get those minis? I bet they're worth loads now.
No, the little, I'm sure I had one. I might have had Magnus. There was a Magnus who was a Cyclops in the Mace.
If you have any of
they're
those...
only the tiny, because they're greater demons, but in epic scale.
So it's not even 28?
They're like a little shorter than a 28mm model.
So if you have any of those, please send them to me. Little baby Fulgrim.
So all that remains is to do the bastard scale. So Mira, bastard scale, Lorgar.
Well, this is a really interesting one. I think Lorgar's on the back foot most of the time. He's mostly fighting for his life.
But he sort of decided to go there.
He did.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's only 4 or 5.
Okay.
He doesn't kill any of his brothers or do anything as bad as he normally does.
Okay, 4.5 for Lorgar this time around. Yep. Ingathel.
Oh, massive bastards.
Massive bastard.
I mean, Ingathel, the inventor of the Hershey's Kisses.
Oh yeah.
Custodian.
Do we not think Demon's gonna demon, or does she not get away with it because she was a human?
That's really interesting, because there's a bit in this book where Ingathel's kind of dying, and Lorgar says for the first time he heard the elf maiden within scream.
Oh.
So I felt really sorry for Ingethel,
for Ingethel the human.
The human. Oh, this is an interesting one. Ingethel the demon, I think we're going to give a strong 8.
A strong 8.
Ingethel the human, we just thoughts and prayers.
Okay, fine. Magnus.
Magnus
does nothing wrong in this.
Magnus does nothing wrong.
Not in this one.
and Horus.
But Lorgar knows what's going to happen to Magnus, it turns out. Lorgar knew what would happen to Magnus.
He could have said.
Didn't say.
Lorgar, you can have a 5.5.
Okay,
right.
No,
that's quite bad. 8.5.
8.5. Okay, right. So Magnus, though, is Magnus on our bastard scale?
No.
Magnus is fine. In this book, and only in this book, he did nothing wrong.
He didn't do anything wrong.
And of course, Horus Lupercal, War Master of Chaos.
Well, again, I mean, it made me laugh when he was trying to sort out his struggling brothers. He's quite passive in this, isn't he?
Yeah.
He doesn't give any direction.
We haven't seen a lot of Horus recently.
I'm going to give Horus I so don't care about you, I'm ignoring you on the bastard scale this time.
Okay, right.
Is that allowed?
So Horus can be off the bastard scale for this time round.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, well, there we go. So it's a short book, but it's an interesting book.
It's short but mighty. I think we had this discussion. Mm-hmm. I think you should you must read this.
Okay.
Whereas you're like...
It gets us from A to B. It explains why Lorgar thinks the things he does, but I still don't think Lorgar's coming away with it with the right message.
Yeah. And again, some amazing turns of phrase from amazing ADB. Some really great writing. So, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Well, there we go. So we have done Aurelian. Our next one will be Fear to Tread.
Yeah.
And then we're going to move on to Shadows of Treachery, I think is the one after that. And then we'll keep pushing forward. I've in my reread, I've got as far as the Unremembered Empire. It's quite a lot ahead. Yeah, I've even done one of the Salamanders ones.
Flipping heck. Nick Kime appears.
Nick Kime has appeared in my reread.
In your lexicon.
Yeah.
We also have been reading Flesh and Blood, which is Warhammer Crime.
We have. We're going to do Flesh and Blood. And so Fear to Tread's next Flesh and Blood. And we've got a load of other things to do.
Dropsite Massacre, look out for our giveaways.
Yeah, we'll skip to the end and do Dropsite. Because it's just before this book. So chronologically, it's fine.
All good.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, well, thank you, as always, for tuning in. We will be back with another Heresy book or another 40k book anytime soon. Until then, all of our things are in the thing below. Buy our t-shirts. Join our Patreons. I'm moving house. I need all the help I can get. But, the benefit will be this studio will be a very slight amount bigger at some point, hopefully later this year. Yeah.
Lovely. Yes.
Great.
Thanks all for watching. Do like and subscribe and be nice in the comments.
Yay.
Bye.
Go demons. Bye.
No.
And if you'd like to follow this series, well, like and subscribe and you'll probably get notifications. And check below for details of the Patreon, the YouTube membership scheme, the merch store, and of course, the second channel. See ya!